All right, y'all. I haven't done this season with Queen Sugar in reference to character breakout videos. We've kind of stuck to the episode breakdowns, but with what we're seeing right now with Charley, Bordelon West, and Davis West, I had to ask the question: are Davis and Charley destined for a comeback? I'm not gonna lie, I have been struggling with seeing Davis show up for Charley in the last two episodes. While it is beautiful, magical, amazing, long overdue, and gorgeous to see, just seeing this black man show up for this black woman in this way, I struggle because I know their history. And that's kind of what I want to jump into in having the conversation around them actually reconciling. Almost 4 years after their divorce, that was prompted by him cheating, embarrassing her on national television, as well as fathering a child outside of their marriage that he hid for 11 years. In the series premiere, Charley West at the time seems like she has it all. She is powerful, intelligent, a mother, articulate, beautiful. She seems like she just literally has the whole package. And we quickly learn in the series premiere that all that glitters is not gold. And while she is still amazing, intelligent, beautiful, she's in a marriage that is not a committed one. And it's honestly how we actually learn that I think is the most hurtful of the whole thing, because what happens is Davis West at the time, her husband, is a professional basketball player, and his team, or a group of people on his team, not the entire team, are called out and put on blast for sleeping with women while they're on the road. Specifically, they get brought in on rape charges because the women involved are saying that they forced themselves on her. And at first, it just seems like it's these guys. So Charley goes into overdrive as Davis's manager, as a person who is very prominent with the team and works with them in reference to their marketing and business dealings and PR and how they spend things. At the top of the episode, you see her trying to figure out how to get ahead of the story, how to find out the truth, and then how to best position Davis to take the blow. If they have to get rid of all these players, rebuild the team, do they want to trade Davis? What does he want to do? Because he's pursuing getting another championship ring, and he doesn't feel like he's going to be able to do it if the team is dismantled because of this charge. Now, this is in the beginning, right? They think that it's these group of people. It comes out later on that Davis is also one of the guys who are caught on camera at this woman's hotel room. So while he allows her to believe the lie that he's not involved and that they have to handle this from the outside in, he's actually a part of it. And Charley is hit with so many blows because not only is she trying to help the team figure out what they're going to do to be able to make it through this storm, but she then gets thrown right into the eye of it because Davis is the most prominent, popular, and highly paid person on the team that's also involved with the scandal. And then on top of the business, we now have to deal with her learning that she has been cheated on and the infidelity. And we actually see all of this play out in a scene that will forever live rent free in my mind. And it's the scene where Charley actually gets the news. It's released online, and everyone's phones start to go off in this arena while they're in the middle of a game. And Charley, like, literally blacks out and walks onto the court, interrupts the game, and starts going off on Davis, screaming, "How could you? What did you do? How could you?" And you can just see the visceral hate, disappointment, betrayal, all of that. You can just see it in her in this moment. Now, that was the initial act that sparked everything. It sent Charley to a place of depression. It sent her to a place of insecurity for sure. And just so happens what's also working in the background is her father is sick. She needs to go back home. She had been putting off going back home, but because she's so involved in her own life and has her own things going on, she misses a lot that's happening back at St. Joe's Parish with her father. And he passes away, and she misses it. And that's actually what sparks the whole entire series. That's what brings Charley to St. Joe, and why we find her in southern Louisiana in the series now, when we are, 5 seasons in. This one act is what actually pushes her back there, and then she's able to reconnect with her siblings, who are Nova and Ralph Angel Bordelon. And then we also saw, we get to see all of what happens in reference to them reconnecting and rekindling and rebuilding their relationship. And for me, it's not just the one act of like Davis cheating, but we learn later on that he not only has been cheating or did this thing with this woman, and while we ultimately learn that it was consensual, they actually had a relationship while he was on the road, so he did not rape this woman. It's still, you cheated on your wife, but she's not the only one. And he actually cheated with someone in Texas and got someone pregnant, and had this kid that he was going to go visit and taking care of and doing right by, air quotes, doing right by this whole time outside of his marriage. And Charley was not the wiser. And it was for 11 years, y'all. So again, that adds insult to injury as well. It's like, not only did you cheat, you didn't cheat once. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a thing that just kind of happened. You got caught up in a moment. Like, you had a system, you had a schedule, you had a plan. Like, you literally did this consistently for years. And that, I think, is what's sitting on me when I'm seeing him in these moments be the Davis that she thought he was and want him to be. Because it's just like, sir, you did all this other stuff. Like, I don't know how much he has to do to come back from that, but I don't know if the last 2 episodes is enough. And then moving on, we can definitely see when Charley gets into her first major relationship after Davis, which is with Remy Newell. I actually love them together. I really, 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 really wish that that would have worked out, because I thought that he was just such a great compliment to Charley. Like, he was able to get her together, but also celebrate her, challenge her, support her. Like, he was literally everything that Davis was supposed to be. And the fact that he came right after Davis, I was just like, come on, look at God showing up and showing out for our girl. But we had moments where she was dating Remy, and you could see that Davis was jealous or still interested. So that has always been there, right? Like, I don't think Davis was ever not attracted to or did not want Charley. I won't pretend to know what's in the minds of cheaters or people who, commit acts of infidelity, because I just cannot relate. I do not compute. I have not done it. I don't plan on doing it. For whatever reason, he stepped out on his marriage. But the Davis that we're seeing today seems like, okay, so it's actually a little complicated, because while I don't feel like he's applying pressure romantically, because he's showing up so well as a friend and they have this history, it automatically seems like it's romantic energy. Does that make sense? Like, Davis is not doing anything to me romantic in the last 2 episodes that we've seen in season 5. He is just showing up and being a great friend, being a great family member, and doing what needs to be done. And because of who he is, you can take it romantically, or how I feel like, you know, Charley is feeling, she's starting to see it romantically because of the history that they have. So I said that to say, while I don't think that he is doing it with romantic motives, or at least it's not coming across that way, he's definitely still interested in Charley. So the ball is really going to be in her court. And we see in the previews for the season finale of her asking the question of people, can people really change? So you know that this is on her mind. And I think that for them to have given so much time to Davis and Charley, and centered around, her sickness and getting the coronavirus and being healed from that, and him supporting her through that, I think that there's definitely something coming in season 6 that is going to lend itself to how do they make it back from all that they have been through. So to answer the question that I posed at the top of this video, yes, I do think Davis and Charley are destined for a comeback, and we are going to start to see it in the season finale, and we're going to watch it play out in season 6. Season 6 has started production. They are already working on it, so we should be getting it a little bit later this year, I believe. I'm actually excited. I think Queen Sugar did an exemplary job this season, being able to infuse current events with what is happening with these characters. It is a beautifully written, beautifully shot, beautifully curated content show. Like it's just so spot on with all of the conversations that we are having and need to have, and I have been very, very grateful to be able to consume this series. In the last 9 episodes, episode 10, the season finale, premieres this week, and of course I will be breaking it down. If you're new here, I'm Erica Vane, and I cover all the amazing television shows, all the phenomenal films, as well as entertainment news right here on Erica Vane TV. You should join my tribe by hitting subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. I post new videos every day, multiple times a day. And you made it this far, so go ahead and click that like button. Drop down in the comment section and tell me, are you for Davis and Charley, or you're just like, nah, sis, don't go back? Tell me all that and more in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!